Urgent, Chiefs Kingdom fan. Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Chiefs Kingdom news. And don't forget to turn on notifications. So you don't miss anything, Chiefs agree to deal with Janarius Robinson. Kansas City is adding some depth to its defensive line. Janarius Robinson has agreed to a deal with the Chiefs, according to agency Sports Trust advisors. Robinson, 25, spent the last 2 seasons with the Raiders. He appeared in 10 games with 1 start for Las Vegas in 2024, recording 5 total tackles, a half sack, 2 QB hits, and 1 pass defensed. He recorded a sack, a tackle for loss, and 2 QB hits for the Raiders in 6 games in 2023. Originally a Vikings 4th-round pick in 2021, Robinson has also spent time with the Eagles. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Chiefs Kingdom news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Chiefs signed former Raiders Eagles. Defensive end report: the Kansas City Chiefs signed Janarius Robinson, a defensive end that's primarily suited up for the AFC West rival Las Vegas Raiders, on April 4th, according to his player agency, Sports Trust Advisors. This is another depth signing for KC, similar to veteran safety Mike Edwards on April 3rd. This time, the move occurs out on the edge. Robinson is a former 4th-round talent of the Minnesota Vikings. The 6'5" DE only turns 26 years old in May. Despite entering the league in 2021, Robinson failed to make it past training camp number 2 with the Vikings. He did, however, continue his NFL career with the Minnesota practice squad after being cut in August of 2022. Before long, the Philadelphia Eagles poached him. It took Robinson until year 3 to suit up for a regular season NFL game. He did. This with the Raiders in 2023 after the Eagles eventually released him too. In 16 appearances, 3 starts with Las Vegas from 2023 through 2024, Robinson accumulated 5 sacks, 1 tackle for a loss, 13 total tackles, 2 QB hits, and 1 pass defense over 187 defensive snaps, and another 77 on special teams. Pro Football Focus credited him with 9 quarterback pressures over that span. They also tallied 10 key defensive stops compared to just 2 missed tackles. More likely than not, the Chiefs feel there is some untapped potential in signing Robinson. They have seen him 2 times in both 2023 and 2024, as Robinson has logged 4 appearances versus Kansas City. It appears they liked what they saw. Chiefs Janarius Robinson. Signing comes with checkered past. The Chiefs are big on second chances. We've seen head coach Andy Reid provide players with prior legal issues with these opportunities time and time. Again, the Robinson signing is another that comes with a checkered past. According to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Raiders defensive end Janarius Robinson told police he had a couple drinks prior to his arrest on suspicion of DUI this week on the Strip in February of 2024. Police responded to area around 7:05 a.m. Tuesday after a report of someone being pinned between 2 cars and taken to the hospital. Las Vegas Review-Journal's David Wilson reported on February 9, 2024. An officer arrived and spoke with Robinson, 24, who was the driver of a 2022 Ram 1500, according to a Metropolitan Police Department impaired driving report. The officer wrote that Robinson smelled of alcohol, his eyes were bloodshot, and his speech was mumbled. Wilson continued at the time. Robinson told the officer, according to the report, that his last drink was at midnight and that he had 2 drinks. Robinson was eventually booked on a charge of misdemeanor DUI after failing sobriety tests. Later, on December 14, 2024, the NFL suspended Robinson for 3 games. AP News noted that this suspension was for violating the league's substance abuse policy. The Raiders elected not to resign Robinson in 2025 NFL free agency. Chiefs bolstered defensive end depth with former Raiders pass rusher. The Chiefs signing Janarius. Robinson bolsters a position that has been overlooked as a need area. Kansas City brought back Charles Omenihu to help remedy their edge rusher depth, but they need more bodies behind him. Their current DE room is headlined by George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, and Omenihu. After that, the Chiefs will look to more unproven players like disappointing first-round pick Felix Anudike-Uzomah, longtime staff favorite Malik Herring, and Robinson. They also still have former 2023 fifth-rounder B.J. Thompson on the roster. But to be honest, Thompson's NFL future is still uncertain after he suffered a seizure on the field in June of 2024. He's been on the reserve non-football illness list ever since. Assuming for a moment that Thompson is unavailable, that leaves 6 natural dens. Of course, KC also rosters versatile defensive linemen like Chris Jones, who can flex out to DE if needed. Look for them to add another edge defender or two in the draft or UDFA market. Chiefs should draft Hall of Famers, son to replace Travis Kelce Travis. Kelce is not getting any younger. His playing days are dwindling and he is not fighting it. He is ready to retire most likely after 2025 and spend the rest of his life with girlfriend Taylor Swift. As such, the Chiefs need to look for his replacement on the second day of the NFL Draft later this month. There is not a doubt Kelce will be hard to replace, but if they are going to do it, this is the year to do it. There is a plethora of talent at the tight end position in this draft, and the Chiefs should find a good one in the second or third round. The top choices for Kansas City on day 2 would be Michigan's Colston Loveland, Miami's Elijah Arroyo, or LSU's Mason Taylor. There is no chance the best tight end in the draft, Tyler Warren from Penn State, will be around when Kansas City picks, even in the first round. Warren should be off the board in the first 12 picks. Taylor 65, 250 is the most intriguing pick of the 3. He has the Hall of Fame bloodline, as his father is Jason Taylor, the former Miami Dolphins edge rushing legend. His uncle is former NFL linebacker Zach Thomas, who like Taylor also has a gold jacket. There is one option who should be available on day 3 that would be NFL ready this season. Clemson's Jake Briningstool is as good an inline blocker and pass catcher as there is available after the top 4 or 5 tight ends. Look for him to be picked somewhere in rounds 4 or 5. Since taking Kelce in the 3rd round of the 2013 NFL Draft, the Chiefs have only drafted 3 tight ends in the 4th and 5th rounds. This is the time for the Chiefs to draft a tight end early and really upgrade the position in preparation for Kelce's retirement. Could Jordan James be on the Chiefs' radar in the late rounds? The Oregon running back fits the mold for the type of back the Chiefs have gone after lately. The Kansas City Chiefs could be in the market for a running back during the 2025 NFL Draft, and Oregon's Jordan James could be on their radar in the later rounds of the draft. James was a productive runner during his time at Oregon, and his skill set translates to what the Chiefs have looked for in backs in the past. He does have some physical limitations, but his film was solid and shows a physical back with solid hands. Player profile James tested as only a modest athlete at the NFL Scouting Combine in March. His height and weight also showed that he is a slightly undersized player. His 40-yard dash time didn't blow anyone away, but given his profile, it is not in his cards to be a speedback at the next level. While his physical stature and athletic ability leave something to be desired, he used his compact and sturdy frame to deliver punishment when he ran the ball, and this is where his value lies. Bruising running. If you can't run past defenders and you can't run around them, the next best option is to run through them, and this is where James thrives. In Oregon's outside zone heavy scheme, James thrived using his vision and quick jump cuts to navigate his way through the line of scrimmage and find space at the second level. This is where his bruising running style became his biggest asset. A powerful runner with great contact balance and low pads, James punished secondary players who got in his way and rarely went down on first contact. The contact balance and slippery running style gave arm tacklers fits and made him one of the best in college football at picking up yards after first contact. Even though his athletic testing didn't show a player with elite speed, once he did build momentum, he became a bowling ball in the open field and had no trouble turning opposing defenders into pins. This bruising running style helped him rush for over 1,000 yards in his final season at Oregon, but the physicality showed up even more when he was catching the ball out of the backfield. Pass-catching James has fantastic hands for a running back. This is where Kansas City could maximize his value. Running designed routes out of the backfield, James continued his punishment of defenders while also showing good route running and his savvy hands. James catches the ball in space on a designed leak-out look into the flat, leaving defenders scrambling to stop him. After securing the catch in stride, he quickly turned his attention upfield, building momentum. As he raced toward the sideline, the secondary player tried to square him up and prepared to make the tackle in space. The defender hesitates for just a second as James approaches, and in one explosive movement, James lowers his pads and blasts the defender off his feet. Stunned From the contact, all the defender can do is try to wrap up the legs and pray that his teammates can rally to make the play. James is brought down just short of the end zone, but this hit gave his team a major spark and left a lasting impression on the defender who attempted to make the tackle. The same quick feet and good timing that helped him make jump cuts in the running game also helped him in his running route. On the snap, James exits the backfield quickly, and as the linebacker starts to flow outside, he plants his feet and runs an angle route back to the middle of the field. In stride, he makes an impressive catch over the middle and is just a few steps away from turning the catch into a big play. Having backs with the versatility to regularly make plays in the passing game out of the backfield is a must for NFL teams in the modern era of football, and this is especially important for a team like the Chiefs. The bottom line, James has the tools and traits that the Chiefs have valued with running backs during the Andy Reid and Brett Veach era. Reid has always coveted backs with the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, while Veach has assembled running back rooms with physicality. The running back room last season showed the team's desire for physical runners with Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Samaje Perine, and Carson Steele, who all could break tackles and catch the ball out of the backfield. Hunt, Pacheco, and Steele will all be back on the roster come training camp. Steele is likely the fullback, and Perine resigned with the Cincinnati Bengals in the offseason, meaning there is a need on the roster for the spot to be replaced. The team signed Elijah Mitchell this offseason, but his contract indicates his roster spot is not a lock. An area that James will have to show he is competent in is pass protection. To have value to the team as a pass catcher, he must be able to protect Patrick Mahomes regularly, and that will set up the passing game out of the backfield. James was not asked to pass protect much at Oregon, so this will be a learning curve he will need to overcome to make it in the NFL. James isn't an elite athlete, and he will likely be selected in the 5th round or later, but finding value players to fill needs has been a specialty of Veach. He likely won't be a star in the NFL, but James can carve out a solid career catching passes and imposing his will on defenders. And now, Chiefs fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Chiefs. I'll be back any moment with more Chiefs Kingdom news.